In this video, we will cover how you can import and export customers in your Credera system in bulk. This is very handy if you want to bulk manage and edit data on your existing customers, or maybe you want to import your customer records from a different system into Credera. Whatever your reason may be, we will go ahead and cover how you can do that. First, we'll want to go to the Operations portal and log in. And here we'll want to go to the Customers screen. It'll be under the Customers tab. And we'll want to go to the Data screen. Now keep in mind that when you export, it will export what you have filtered here. For example, I am filtering on usernames that have @credera.com in them. And I'm also filtering on customers that have countries set to US. You can filter what you want, and the export will only have the filtered records. You can also choose to export all customers by just having the filters blank, which will give you all the customers in the system. Now let's go ahead and export. You'll want to click File and Export. You can name this to whatever you want. I'll name it to Customer Export, and then you can click Save. Now you could open up that export in whatever you want to use, for example, Microsoft Excel or Google Sheets. I'm going to go ahead and open it in Google Sheets. So I'm going to File, Import, and I'm going to select my file and import data. Here's our exported customers. Now let's cover how you can import customers. Let's say I have some new customers. Maybe I exported them from a different system, and I would want to import them on the customer screen. What we will want to do first is create a spreadsheet that has the column headers that Credera expects. So I'll use this exported sheet that I just exported from Credera, and it has the column headers that we need to import. So let's clear out these rows since I'll be importing new customers. Here's our headers. We'll need username. That will be a valid email address. I'll also use first name and last name, though those are optional. And we'll also be importing the roles or permissions that the customer should have, and the company code. Let's clear out these headers since we don't need them to import, and also since I don't have the data for that. And I'll also have country here just so I can find my new customers easier. And now let's enter our customers' information here. For the purposes of this video, I'm going to manually enter the information, but if you are exporting from an existing system, all you'd have to do is change your header names from your other system to match the Credera headers, and then import that sheet in. So I'm going to go ahead and fill out the information. And now I'm going to add another column with a header of company code. And this will be the company that this customer is under. So if I go back to the Operations portal and go to the Companies screen, it'll be under the Customers tab as well. Here are a few companies, and here we can see the code column. I want one of my customers to be under the 4 Presidents company, so I'll just copy that code and paste it in this column. And then let's say I want Jane and Riley to be under a different company. Let's say, for example, Book Suppliers. I'll go ahead and copy this code and paste it in here. And now I'm going to add another column here with the header of roles. Now you can use this column to specify permissions this customer should have when they sign into the website or customer portal. The roles that you enter should match what is set up in the Credera system. For example, if I go to the customer roles screen It'll also be under the Customers tab. It will show all the possible permissions that you could assign to a new customer. You'll want to make sure that whatever permission you are entering in the sheet does match one of these roles. For example, let's say if I wanted some of my customers to have the company admin role, I would go back to the sheet and put in company admin. Now if you wanted your customer to have multiple roles, you can just put in your first role, and then for all the other roles, you'd separate them with a comma. Now we can check that this is a valid role by copying it and going to the customer roles screen and searching for it. Here we can see it's a valid role. Let's also give this customer a few roles. Alright, I'm good with this sheet. Obviously, if this was a real life scenario, you'd probably have a lot more users to import. If I only had 3, I'd probably want to manually add them in the operations portal. However, we are demonstrating the bulk option just in case you have way more users that you want to import. So let's go ahead and name this file. And let's download as a CSV. Now let's head back over to the operations portal, to the customer screen, and we can import our sheet. So let's go to File, go to Import. Now I know that I only want to create customers. I'm not updating any existing customers. If you had customers in your sheet that already existed in the Credera system and you wanted to update values on them, you could choose the Import option, Create and Update. For any new customers, it would create them, and for any existing customers, it would simply update them. Similarly, you could choose the Create Only option if you wanted to only create new records, and Update Only if you only wanted to update the existing customers. There is also the Import Punch-Out Users option, but we won't really get into that in this video. Let's go ahead and choose Create Only, and find our file, and click Open. Now here it says that your file has been queued. Import files are batched. It will complete based on how large your file is, so this one should only take a few minutes since it's relatively small. And we'll also get an email confirmation once it's been imported. So let's wait a few minutes here, and then we should see our new customers in the system. Alright, it's been a minute or two, and let's go ahead and refresh here. And we can see our new customers added. Let's go to the details of one. We can see the information here, and if we select roles, we see that the roles have indeed been assigned. We can check our other new customers as well. We see the information here, and also the role. Now these customers are active and have their roles assigned. They can go ahead and set their password and sign in, and that covers import and export.